At exactly 11:07 p.m. on New Year's Eve, the most powerful woman in the city stood alone in the cold, staring through the glass doors of the most exclusive restaurant downtown. And for the first time in years, she had nowhere to go. If you've ever felt invisible in a crowded room, stay with me until the end of this story. And if stories about unexpected love and second chances touch your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because tonight's story might just change the way you see loneliness. Amelia Laurent was the billionaire CEO everyone admired and feared. Her company's name lit up skyscrapers. Business magazines called her the Ice Queen of Industry. Investors waited weeks for 5 minutes of her time. But none of that mattered when the hostess looked at her with polite regret and said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we're fully booked." Amelia checked her reservation email again. Confirmed. Reserved weeks ago. Private corner table. New Year's Eve tasting menu. "I can pay double," she said calmly. The hostess gave a strained smile. "It's not about money." That was new. Everything was always about money. Inside, couples laughed. Glasses clinked. Someone kissed under golden lights. Outside, fireworks began to test the sky in early bursts of color. Amelia felt something she hadn't felt in years. Small. She could have called the owner. She could have made one phone call and cleared a table instantly. But suddenly she was tired. Tired of forcing doors open. Tired of being the most powerful person in every room and still eating alone. That's when she heard a small voice behind her. "Daddy, why is that lady standing by herself?" Amelia turned. A little girl in a red coat held a balloon shaped like a star. Beside her stood a man in a simple suit, slightly worn at the cuffs but clean and pressed. He held her hand gently, protectively. The man followed his daughter's gaze and met Amelia's eyes. There was no recognition there. No awe, no fear. Just kindness. He looked at the crowded restaurant, then back at her. "Excuse me," he said, stepping forward. "Are you waiting for someone?" "I had a reservation," she replied evenly. "Apparently not anymore." He glanced through the window at a small two-person table inside where a couple had just canceled and was leaving, coats already on. He made a decision. "Sir," he called to the hostess. "We have a table for 3. It's just me and my daughter. She'll probably fall asleep before midnight anyway." He looked at Amelia. "Would you like to join us?" Amelia blinked. No one offered her a seat. People asked for favors, contracts, donations, not company. "I wouldn't want to intrude," she said automatically. "You wouldn't," the little girl chimed in. "Daddy says no one should be alone on New Year's." The hostess hesitated, then nodded. "If you're all together, we can seat you." And just like that, the most powerful woman in the city followed a single dad and his daughter into a restaurant she couldn't enter alone. His name was Daniel Reyes. He worked as a high school math teacher, widowed 3 years ago. His daughter, Sophia, had insisted they do something special this year instead of ordering pizza like always. Amelia found herself listening, truly listening, as Sophia explained her school science project, and Daniel described trying to braid hair every morning after watching online tutorials. "You learned?" Amelia asked, surprised. He shrugged with a small smile. "When you love someone, you figure it out." No one had spoken to her like this in years, without calculating her net worth. As the night deepened, something inside Amelia softened. She laughed, not the polished boardroom chuckle, but a real, surprised laugh that made her eyes water. At 11:58 p.m., Sophia fell asleep against her father's shoulder. Daniel gently adjusted his jacket around his daughter and looked at Amelia. "Thank you for joining us," he said quietly. "She would have worried about you out there." "You don't even know who I am," Amelia replied. He studied her face. "You're someone who needed a seat at midnight." The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. For the first time in years, Amelia wasn't checking stock prices or watching global markets open. She was watching a tired father kiss his daughter's forehead. 3, 2, 1, fireworks exploded across the sky. Without thinking, Amelia reached for Daniel's hand. He hesitated only a second before holding hers, steady, warm, real. "Happy New Year," he whispered. And in that moment, surrounded by strangers and noise and light, Amelia realized something that no board meeting had ever taught her. Success without connection is the loneliest wealth of all. The next morning, headlines still praised her empire. Markets still moved when she spoke. But something had shifted. She donated anonymously to Daniel's struggling school. She funded scholarships for single parents. And when she walked into her office, she noticed the emptiness of her corner office for what it truly was. A week later, she returned to the school under the pretense of reviewing community programs. Daniel recognized her this time not from magazines, but from the business channel his colleague had left on in the staff room. "You're Amelia Laurent," he said slowly. She smiled. "And you're the man who gave me a chair." He laughed softly. "Looks like you didn't need one after all." "I did," she replied. "More than you know." Their friendship didn't become a headline romance overnight. It grew slowly, coffee after school, Sophia insisting Amelia learn to braid hair too, quiet dinners where no one cared about stock prices. For once, Amelia wasn't admired. She was seen. And Daniel, who thought he had little to offer the world besides lesson plans and bedtime stories, discovered that kindness could reach places money never could. So if you ever feel too small to change someone's night, remember this. A single wave from a tired father gave a lonely billionaire something she couldn't buy, belonging. And sometimes the greatest power isn't owning the room. It's inviting someone else into it. If this story reminded you that kindness matters more than status, tap like, share it with someone who might need hope tonight, and subscribe for more stories about unexpected love and second chances. Because the next time you see someone standing alone, maybe you'll be the one who stands up and waves.